gonna record too. Sorry, because there's people working. Anyways, what I just want to say is, like, at any point in time, if you feel that I'm like rushing through something or missed over something, or you have a question, please don't hesitate at all to ask me, because you have to understand is that who I am now was not who I was when I started, and I was in everybody's footsteps. You know, whatever day or week you are on in your coaching journey, I was in the same exact spot. I've had a lot of the same questions, or have had to go and search for the same answers as you. So, and there's still a lot of things that I don't know. So don't ever hesitate. This is a whole learning thing. I've seen really great participation and interaction and helping out within the group. And so everybody's kind of here because of the same thing. They are lacking confidence. They are just started and they want to learn more. So this isn't anything that you need to private message me about. This is something you can put in the group, unless it's something obviously very personal, because I want all of us to learn, because, you know, the only way to learn is through asking questions. And there may be something that, you know, somebody asks and that you learn from hearing an answer. And, you know, it is for some chance I miss one of your questions or something you say, please message me, because I'm running several different groups and just trying to maintain life. So anyways, I just wanted to say that please make sure that you ask questions, let me know, and then take down any notes of things that you found very helpful or you wished I had went over at the end. That way the next group that I formulate can be based on this, because like I said, this group right now is being ran off of the same from things I've learned from running the last two. Has everybody gotten their book? I know that I gave like 5 weeks advanced about the books, but I know I ordered mine 2 weeks ago and I just got mine yesterday. Has everybody received one of the books? Yes, no? Okay. The people who thumbs down, is it been ordered? Yes? Okay, good. So anyways, I just got mine today. I just started, I got the one, which one is this? The John Maxwell one. Sorry, I had to remember the name because I ordered a bunch of them. And I just started the beginning of it. John Maxwell is one that I really, really like. I've connected with him. But anyways, so I don't want to overwhelm everybody with a lot of things. I just wanted to welcome all of you and appreciate all of the time that you've put into this. I, know that, like I said, that there's a lot of posts and everything. So I'll just recap in case you haven't, watched it or you feel lost. And it's something that Alexis just came in because there was a discrepancy on dates. I know that I did tell her a date that was different. But if you get lost, make sure all you have to do is click on, and actually I'm going to share screen right here. That way you can see what I'm talking about. Is if you are right, crap. If you are in the group right here, oh crap, that's not the right one, sorry. If you're in the group right here and you're trying to figure out what day we're on and where we're at, you can just click right here on photos. And I've tried to make it easy. This is kind of something trial and error that I learned after the first group, is that, like I said, you can get lost in a lot of posts because there's videos and posts. Other people have asked questions and post pictures. Right here, you would click on like day, scroll. Yes, I'm saying there's a lot of pictures. Day one, this is going to be the video that I have for you. And then the next one's going to be day 2, day 3. So if you're trying to figure out where you are at, or if, you feel like you have gotten behind, then make sure that you go back and have, completed each assignment. These are not huge assignments. These are not like sit down and take hours per se, because these are things that you should know, like the first, one of the first assignments, that I sent in the group too, and this was before the group actually started, was make sure that you friend everybody in the group. The whole basis upon this is that everybody has a hard time connecting with others, reaching out to others. So here we're all in the group where we're all on the same playing ground. We have a lot of the same goals. We have common, interests of fitness and health. And so this is, there's 50 some odd people in this group. So you friend all of the people in the group so you can get to know them. So you form friendships. It kind of lets you step out of your comfort zone because it's a little bit safer than a stranger. So you get to be each other's guinea pigs. So that was like one of the very first assignments. If you haven't done it, do it. So this was easy. Another one was to get a before and, after picture, or your before and current. If you have just started your journey, then obviously you don't have probably a transformation picture. If you're a month in, you may not, but, find something like Betsy and I think Nikki both have, pictures with them with their Shakeology cup. A lot of you have the wear and share, like I said, have something that shows that you are a coach. So again, this is something that shouldn't be difficult. Um, Another thing was post a picture of your coach, whoever it is, and tell me about, or tell people on your Facebook about how you found your coach, why you picked your coach. Maybe you were a customer lead, maybe it was your friend from high school, maybe it was your coworker, whatever the story is. So these are things that, these are not huge things for you to do. It may take 5 minutes for you to sit down and figure it out. Another thing was your goals. Write out what your goals are. You have an idea of what your goals are. If you and if you don't, you need to. And so this is part of becoming a coach, is learning how to set your own goals, because it's kind of hard to tell other people, hey, let's set your goals to get you to join my challenge group or to get you to be an effective coach if you can't set your own goals. The last one yesterday, I believe, was tell me what your income goals are. This is big too. Like I said in the video, is that Beachbody is a great network marketing company, but we don't have quotas, which is the selling point, I think, to what I do with people all the time, is tell them is like, join, my team. You can do it for the discount only. You can go at your own pace. You don't have to sell. You don't have to keep an inventory in stock. You don't have to, go throw parties in people's house. So that's a benefit. But then on the other end, I do see a drawback that they don't have something to shoot for. So a lot of times people just have this open-ended goal of like, well, if I make some extra money, I make some extra money. And if not, oh well. And they act like it's no big deal. And when they don't make any money because they don't really have anything to shoot for, then they get really discouraged. And then you see people quitting, and, there's this, crescendo of things that happens. So I do think it is important that if your goal is to get your Shakeology paid for, if you are a new coach and you're just starting off, then you obviously have to have a goal to shoot for, at least 3 Shakeology customers. If you could get that done the first 30 to 60 days, well, then that's, a reasonable, attainable goal. If you're wanting to pay off, consumer debt, if you are trying to afford, I think it was Betsy said that she was going to cover her bills, cover her groceries, and anything over and above that was going to Disney World. Well, then you have to have some sort of idea. And so this is what I'm trying to get you to do, is that if you want to make $250 extra per month, if that's just something you want to start off and you think is reasonable, well then, obviously, you could look at what needs to be done. And then, so I would say you need to sell at least 3 T25 or Insanity Challenge Packs to kind of hit around that goal. So this is what I'm trying to get you to do, is do this. So as overwhelmed as people may be in this group, and as, hard as some of these things may be, these are the things that you need to do to become successful. If you didn't want to be successful, if you didn't want to make extra money, if you didn't want to help people, then none of you would be giving up Sunday night to be here. So I do appreciate that, but these things are here to help you. And so I'm trying to lay the groundwork in the first week, is to get you to start thinking about these things that are really kind of the things that are your core purpose, and the things that really are what's going to drive you to be, a better coach. And then what we're going to get in a little bit more this next week, I'm going to start on business basics. I know that some of this may be redundant for some of you, like Claudia, Sabrina, a couple, Allison, I'm looking, Amy, some of you know how to, operate the Coach Online office and stuff, and some basics, but I've actually found that there's a lot of coaches who I get messages from, and I get messages from people who are not even on my team and not even in this group, who have no clue how to run the back office. So we're going to kind of slow it down. Like I said, we laid groundwork to find out why you became a coach, what your goals are, and to get you to share within the group. And this next week is going to be spent some of the basic things you should have done as a coach. And I know some of you have been coaches for some time, and like Erica, I know she signed up as a coach, and the next day she started my first coach training group, and she's done great. She has a few customers. She's had amazing results. But I think with like Erica, she just kind of like got thrown in and pushed in, and she works crazy hours. So I think there's a lot that I didn't get to explain to her. So like I said, I apologize if some of this is redundant, but this is some things that we need to probably go back over. And this is something for some of you coaches who may be saying like, gosh, I already know how to do this. This is something that you're going to have to learn how to do too, because this is part of you becoming a successful coach is that you become a good leader too. And so I found that anybody can sign coaches, but if you don't know how to teach them the same things, then this is a problem. Because I have lots of coaches from other teams messaging me and asking me questions that I'm like, oh my gosh, your coach didn't tell them. And then, I think, well, like, my God, did some of these things slip through the cracks with other people? So this is something that you're going to want to take and learn, not just to become more knowledgeable yourself, but to learn how you want to approach your coaches that you sign. And you don't have to do it my way, because you're going to have a different relationship with these people. They might be moving at a faster or slower pace, or have more or less on their plate than what you guys do. But this, you're going to want to take some notes, because you don't want to just sign coaches, and then not train them right, because they're not going to last. Or you're not going to want to just sign coaches and expect them to work the business without having any knowledge. So this is what we're going to do, is go over that. The one thing that I really want to focus on is that you make it known that you're a coach. Everybody says, I'm so scared of being salesy. The thing is, I don't focus on selling. Yes, we sell a product, but I really focus on that we're selling ourselves, because anybody can buy the products. They can buy them off of Amazon, eBay, Team Beachbody, the beachbody.com, an infomercial. People burn. I'm hearing a lot of this in my area, is that a lot of people are burning this for people, which is like a huge no-no, right, Alexis? And, but the thing is that people can get these products. People can use other weight loss products. I was listening to the radio today, and it was like all these weight loss things. The thing is, we're selling ourselves because we're valuable, because we're coaches, because we want to help people. And all of you have had somebody, impact your life, and then that's why you're here. Some of you are my coaches, other of you are Houston coaches, other of you are just people that we've ran into each other, on the internet, and I've reached out to you, whatever the reason is, but somebody's impacted your life. And the one thing that I want to remind all of you is that, because I hear this all the time, it's like, well, I'm not that special, I'm not this. And people compare themselves to some of the top coaches out there, Daniel Henson, Christine Dwyer, all these top coaches out there who've been coaches for, a long time. Christine Dwyer is one of the founding coaches, all these different things. But the deal is, out of all those people out there, you're here because you picked somebody else who's not a top coach. So you have to realize that you have the chance to impact people's life, and that you are important. You may not be able to reach everyone that you come across, but you will be able to reach some few people. And I found that a lot of people just don't believe that they can do this, and so they just kind of throw the towel in. The thing is, you can do this, and I'm going to teach you how to do this. I'm going to teach you how to really believe in yourself. The first thing that I really want to stress is the working out and drinking Shakeology, and interacting with the people in the Team Beachbody. If you work out, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel happier. If you work out consistently, you're going to have results. If you drink Shakeology, you're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy, so you can work out. You're going to have a clearer mind. You're going to eat less crap because your cravings are gone. And then you're going to feel better. And then you're going to feel more comfortable talking to the people in the challenge group and posting about what you're doing, because you actually feel better, because you're actually doing something, because you actually have energy, because you actually have results. And then when you start doing this, you're going to start telling people that you see. You're going to start talking to people on your Facebook. And then you're going to have people start saying, wow, I never knew you could do this. And I'm so proud of you. Somebody I know did this. And then they look up to you, and then people start asking you questions, and they want to do what you're doing. And then they start telling their friends about what you're doing. And then other people start asking you, and then people start commenting on what you're doing. And then next thing you know, you're getting texts and emails and messages and phone calls from people that you don't even know, or people that you haven't talked to forever, saying, we've been watching you and we're so impressed by you and you inspire us. And then that is how you become more proud of yourself than you've ever been, and you feel like you make a difference, and you believe in yourself, and you feel like, oh my God, I actually can do this, and I do have it within me. So the whole key is, in the beginning, is that focus on your workouts, focus on drinking Shakeology every day, make a consistent effort of trying to follow clean eating and follow the meal plan and follow your workouts. You're not going to get it right. If anybody's followed any of the coaches that went elite at the end of 2013, myself included, we all ate like shit. We all gained a bunch of weight because we were working the business really hard and we got overwhelmed. So it happens. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to at least make a consistent effort of trying. And so I really want you all to focus now on that part. Focus on interacting in the group, using each other as guinea pigs of sharing private things with people that you don't know. Because at the end, I want us all to be really close friends. I'll tell you a quick story before, because I just want to go till 9, so you guys can go to bed, because I know East Coast people are probably tired. But whenever I first started, Claudia Arcus, she reached out to me, and at the time, I don't even know. We just started talking, and we became friends. And then whenever we participated in the first cup challenge together, and we became super close. She's in this group now. She is in my big team, because I don't know, like our TSD, our Miami team. Alexis, she's from Miami. She met me, and my husband met her in June. We become great friends. We've had phone calls. I invited her into this group. So at the end of the time, it's even if you're not my actually personal sponsored coach, and if you guys don't even belong to my team, I want at the end of the day you all to become friends, because I love my Beachbody family. I love them. I've just seen how people across the nation have pulled together, how friendships from a long time ago, like my friend TJ, who lives in Florida now, we grew up together, we've reconnected. And so the things I want you to feel the same thing. I don't know what your story is, but I didn't have a family. I didn't participate in sports or clubs in school. I was an outcast, and then I became this troublemaker and this just person that I didn't like. And Beachbody has given me everything that I need and want, and which is a family and love and unconditional love. And so, there's 50 people in the group. I know that some people are just kind of watching this and shadowing it because they've wanted to learn from me. And I'm sure there's going to be lots of people that get overwhelmed with life and, bail out on this particular group because they have too much going on. But the people who are active, I want you to really get a chance to get to know one another and use this group as not just something where you just go through the motions. I don't want you to just post a picture of your coach and, post a one-liner because you're like, oh crap, Mindy wants me to do this assignment. Let me just slap it against the wall just to be done with this. This isn't high school. This isn't middle school. This is real shit. You're here because you want to make an impact on people. I know you do, but you have to put a little bit of thought in it. If you don't get the assignment done the day that I ask you to do it, that's fine. If you've got to have a little time to get it done, but get it done. Go back and check and make sure the assignments are done. These are the things that is going to help you develop, help you learn, help tell other people what you're doing. So this is what I want you to do, is to build friendships. Because if you can't build friendships with people when you already have this kind of safe feel and a common interest, then you're never going to make these connections outside of it, and then you're not going to grow. So this is the things that I'm really encouraging you to do. Another thing that I want to talk about before I end this call is that I have grown my business and hit a 6-figure mark now, have almost tripled my income of what I was working full-time, working a job that I put 10 years into and was licensed and took all these classes through Beachbody. And how I've done it is all social media. Yeah, I know people, and we live in kind of a small town, but if it weren't for social media, nobody'd know. So just because I live in this teeny town, social media has been what's gotten me to do this, by sharing that I go to Super Saturday, sharing that, I've met my coach, sharing my results of P90X and Combat and Body Beast and everything I do, sharing my Shakeology recipes, sharing my new coaches that joined my team, sharing the victories of people that have trusted me to be their coach, sharing the fact that I get to go on all these awesome vacations because of Beachbody and meet all these awesome people who make me more awesome because I get to be around them, sharing, all these different things is social media. So I'm asking you all, is like I said the other day, if I went to your Facebook page, would anybody even know that you were a coach? If you're, and I understand people told me all their stories, so I'm not picking on you. But the thing is, if your name is not traceable and I don't know who you are, and you're posting something on somebody else's thing, and and there's no picture of you that shows anything about fitness or anything, then nobody's going to know. A lot of it is, for me, is that my stuff is wide open public. You can see it, because nothing in my life is anything I want to hide. I want everybody to know that. And you don't have to do it. If that makes you uncomfortable, that's fine. But why I've gotten to where I am is that everybody knows what I'm doing. Like my husband said, you probably tell everyone every time I take a shit. Well, no, I don't. But the thing is, everybody knows. They've fallen in love with our family, as crazy, chaotic, random, and boring as it can be, as I thought it was years ago. This is my life. People get to know us. People think about us that have never even met us. And we're really, I mean, we're actually pretty like fun people now. We're like Beachbody, but we really weren't before. I just shared my life. I shared what it was like to have a toddler and 3 kids, shared what it was like to have a husband who had major shoulder surgery and, worked out of town 7, 8 days a week. It wasn't really that great, but then people have seen me grow. They've watched me, and my life has become more interesting. We started traveling more again, after, because of Beachbody. I've started meeting new people. But the thing is, like, people have to watch you. People have to do that. So, and there's things sometimes that people, I'll comment on just some stupid un-Beachbody, unhealth, unfitness related topic, and I will do that. Well, then I have a picture of my before and after. I have this picture with cool, crazy writing. And then people, when I comment on something about, oh, my kid's sick, I'm like, oh, I hope Jake's feeling better, da, da, da. And then somebody's like, well, who's this person? Or, you have a common friend and you're just constantly the people who are always commenting on these people's posts. And then they're like, oh, who is this person that keeps doing it? Or whenever I'm posting about, hey, Veronica's my new coach and Jessica's my new coach and Sheila's my new coach. And, Allison just sponsored a coach and all this stuff. And then people like it. It pops up in the newsfeed. These people that we have mutual friends with finally are like, oh my God, every time I turn around, this Mindy Horde is like popping up in my newsfeed because everybody in this community or mutual friends have been commenting on her thing. And so then they do it. Well, then if you are locked up tight, like in Fort Knox, when they keep seeing whatever your name is popping up, and then they go, well, then they're like, well, okay, no, I'm not going to go any further. It's just like access denied, whatever. People with me, they can go and they can watch me and watch me and watch me. And I've had people who I had falling out with years ago finally come to me like, listen, I've been watching you for 6 months. I've been eating your recipes at home, feeding my kids your recipes, and I'm ready to get on board. So the thing is, and I had no clue they were following me, but because it was public, they could. If it's a safety issue about your children or something, well, then my God, put an album on your Facebook. Like, I'll even show you how to do it in case you are not technically. Let me see. I'm going to show you here. Like, you can right here, whenever you post something, right here, it says public, friends, or custom. So, or if you want to post things on there that you want to block a few people, like now you have this ability to make sure, certain people can see things and other people can't see things. So if you want to post something about a crazy ex-wife or something and you don't want everybody in public being able to watch it and you just want your friends to do it, well, then post about your husband's crazy ex-wife on there and have it just be friends only. If you want to be posting about fitness or something, then keep it there for, other people to see. Like, I'll show you here. My kids. This is my kids' album right here. I don't really care because sometimes I share it on my timeline, so it's not public because I'm not really worried about it. But I know it is an issue for other people. Right here, it says my picture album for my kids is set just to friends. So there are ways around it. And if you have kids like my kids' age, like I teach them all about like internet safety. If you're worried about somebody preying on them, I feel really safe, and maybe not everybody else does. We have like 30 guns in our house, and my husband's kind of scary, so I'm not really worried about a safety issue. But I mean, there's ways around it. And the thing is, this is your business. You can do whatever you want. But I'm telling you, I had mine set to public from probably 3 weeks into me being a coach. And I found that so many people watch me and they are interested in what I'm doing. And I will tell you that with my coach, whenever I found her on Facebook, it was the same thing. A friend commented on her like abs, and she was doing P90X2, and she had these like awesomely, well, she still has awesome abs, but it was like the first picture. I was like, holy crap. And so I clicked on her and it went to her profile. It didn't say like, this user is set to private. You have to, send a request to know their mother's maiden name, all these crazy things. And so then I'm reading it, and then I'm reading her story. I'm reading her biography. I'm, I click over to her husband's profile. His is public. I go to her sister's, Christina's. It's public. Then I'm watching all their posts, and I'm like, I mean, as far as I could scroll back, which was like 2 years in pictures, it was like this family was like into fitness. And so then I was like, okay, this is somebody who's not going to abandon me. This is somebody who means it. So I know and I watched her for 3 days. I mean, that's really not that long, but I mean, 3 days I watched her to see what she was doing. And then I was like, okay, this chick's hardcore. She seems to know what she's doing. I want to do that. So I'm telling you the importance of that. Like, I personally had to watch somebody. I'm pretty sure that if I went to it, and it was totally set to private and I couldn't see it, then I probably would have lost interest. But I'm like watching her transformation. I'm watching, her husband Larry do the crane on their one of their couches or their chairs. So the thing is, like, people need to watch you, because people, just because you post one day like, hey y'all, I'm a coach, you can order 21-day fix to me now, it's on sale, and then you're like, oh my God, nobody commented and nobody said anything to me, I'm not going anywhere. Well, you have to keep trying, and people have to watch you. They have to see that that you're consistent. And so I said, like, have a profile picture that's something health related, something that's your face. Have something there on your profile that they can read that's like, okay, so she is into fitness. They should be able to tell that this is your life. Mine is like very evident, but I've been doing this for years. But I mean, at least start off slowly. And, if you post something once a week and then wonder why you haven't sold a challenge pack and why people aren't coming to you, well, it's probably about the fact that, you've only mentioned it once in a week. Almost all my posts are somehow, related to that. People know that I do personal development, that people know that, I have a team that I'm assembling, and that I, spend weekends doing Beachbody stuff. So you don't have to do all that crazy stuff now, but you have to have something leading up to it. If people look at your profile and cannot tell, then you're not going to go very far. It doesn't mean that you can't change your profile picture, to a picture of you and your wife or you and your husband. But I'm saying, like, if that's all it is and there's never anything, fitness related, they're not going to know. And, you think that people see all your stuff. They really don't, because people always tell me all the time, did you see that picture on Facebook? No, I didn't. And same thing goes, my best friend said today, like, oh, I didn't know you got something for Valentine's Day. I'm like, well, I posted on Facebook. She's like, oh, I didn't even see it. We're best friends. So don't assume that everybody's going to see what you're doing. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say right now, is that, work on, number one, getting caught up on the assignments. Make sure that you're doing it. Post on the thread in the group that you've done it, but the assignments are meant to be done on your profile, like on your actual profile. Because you post in the group, that's great. Everybody else could see it, but like, the meaning is to get you to step out of your comfort zone, and for people outside of the group who could be potential people on your team and potential challengers, for them to see. So if you just post in the group, that's great. Well, I'll be like, hey, you did your assignment, but like, the point is, post it on your page. If you're behind on like all 5 days, don't post them all tonight. Like, stagger them out so that, one's in the morning, one's in the afternoon, or whatever. Because you don't want to be like, people wake up in the morning and be like, boom, there's like 5 posts from, my Facebook friend. Make sure that you're doing your personal development like 10 minutes a day. Like, guys, I know you sit on the pot for 10 minutes a day, so you've got that covered. Ladies, take 10 minutes at work, do whatever, but 10 minutes a day. It's super easy. The I don't know, personal development is like a huge thing. So that's one thing that I really encourage. Then I'm going to go over what everybody's saying. I'm going to make a video tomorrow about how to run the back office. But your assignment for tomorrow, so I want you to start thinking about this now, because I have like tons of stuff to do in the morning. I have to make this make the video on running the back office. But your assignment for tomorrow, by the end of the night, if you can, so start thinking about it, is I want you to make a list of why you feel that you can't be a good coach. I kind of said that backwards. But the thing is, like, everybody wants to be a coach, but I hear it all the time. It's like, oh, yeah, you're an awesome coach, Mindy, or this person's a great coach because they're a top coach. But like, I can't do it because I don't have enough time. Or I've been told, by, a few people, it's like, well, you're more open than me. You share more than me, or you have a more interesting life than me, or you have more of a story that's, people are drawn to out of their heart, because I had this like tragic abusive life, and I've just like made lots of bad mistakes, so there's like, I have more of a gut wrenching story. I've been told by people, it's like, well, because you have kids and it's easier, and I don't have kids, and because you just got charisma and I don't. So I don't know, I could go on about the reasons why people have told me that, people have told me now, like, I can't join as a coach because I'm not ready to coach anybody, and that would just be cheating to do it for the discount. That's one thing that I've heard like 3 times lately. I've never heard that before. That was a new one to me. So there is some reason out there that in your mind, you think that you can't do this. So I want to hear it. your, inner demon. And I want you to say it out loud. Because there's something that holds you back. I've heard in the group a lot too that, well, I don't want to be a salesman, whatever it is. So that is your assignment, is by sometime like in the next 24 hours, by like 9 or 10, because I think a lot of you go to bed earlier than me, is to get it in there, what it is. And I want you to write it down and take a picture and post it. Because when you write things down, it becomes more real. You have to deal with it. Just typing it and sending it off to like cyberspace is like, whatever. You just go through the motions. When you actually have to write it down, and like your hand has to move and energy has to go, other than just like think, like, typing out letters, it's different. And then I want you to save that. I want you to write on a piece of paper where you have to save it, not in some little like teeny little spiral notebook, but like something. So, and then you can take a picture. Can y'all do that? Some of you are like squares, so I'm assuming that behind the little squares that I'm seeing are like heads nodding, saying, hell yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to read what all the people's questions are. Christina Swan says, I definitely need to eat better because then I would be better results. Yes, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm starting the 21-day fix, like eating plan with P90X3, because I'm like a mucho eater. Let's see. Erica, you said, how do you set it to public? Okay. Also, yeah, in a second. What is your thought on the personal profile versus, Monica wants to know what's the difference between the personal profile versus a business profile. I didn't start a business page, coach fan page, until like I became a coach on February 15th, 2012, which I worked all day yesterday, and I realized it was my 2-year anniversary. I didn't realize it till today, so like totally blew by that. But yeah, I've been a coach for 2 years. So anyways, I don't think it's that monumental, because the thing is, like, I think so many people in the beginning lean on their coach fan page. Like, if you don't build your base and your reputation and your brand on your personal page, you could post it all day long on your business page. It doesn't do anything. It's great to have both, but I think in the beginning, it's really good to focus on your personal page and your personal friends, because this isn't just throwing information out there, seeing if somebody jumps. This is about building relationships. And this is what I'm going to share with you in this group. So I think that if you have a coach page, that's fine. Don't cancel it. Don't stop posting on it. But like, it's more important off of your personal page. I see Zach did explain to Erica about how to do the fan page. So you got that, Erica? Okay, awesome. Okay, Sheila, the assignment is to make sure that you go over and haven't missed all of the days, leading up to it, days 1 through 6, and that anything that I ask you to post publicly, you posted publicly, not just in the group, and that everybody needs to, by sometime tomorrow night, post in there, write it down on a piece of paper, and then post a picture of what your reasons are and what you think is holding you back and why you can't be an effective coach, whether it's time, or you're just not good with people, or it's just, I don't know, I've heard from people, it's just not my time to excel at this. I'll do it later, whatever the reason is. I want to know what it is, because I'm going to prove you wrong that you can do it. That's my job. And you don't get much interaction on your profile. That's something I'm going to talk to everybody about, like on tips on everything about getting more interaction, more traffic on your page. That'll probably be more like in week 3. Like I said, I'm going to go over the business basics, and this is going to be really important for you to make sure you get done. Because just an example, the other day I had a coach message me. I don't know if you saw my post, but I was like, I'm working all day at my friend's restaurant. Because she just started to open a restaurant and she's short staffed. And I was like, oh, this gets me out. So I was like, I'm working all day. And then he messaged me like, real quick question. I just, my upline coach refuses to talk to me, and I have a question. I was like, sure, because I try to help people out, and I know he's been a coach for over a year because he's been following me. And I was like, what's up? He's like, how much is the cost of the 21-day fix challenge pack? And I wanted to be like, boy, I don't mind helping people, but I want you to all learn to think independently, because he wasn't able to. Like, you can Google it. You can look on my personal page. You can go to the 21-day fix Facebook thing, all these different things. And if you don't know this, if you're new coaches, or if you're a coach who's just been a discount coach and just started to work the business, I'm going to teach you how to learn these things, because I don't want you to message some random coach later on a year into you being a coach, asking them why how much something is, because there's this thing called Google too that helps. But I want you to learn how to figure out these things on your own so that I can help you, because I realized too that, I told him how much the challenge pack was, and then I try to educate him by sharing how to find the answer. But then I realized that it's like, if he didn't even know how to find the answer on his own and he had to just message a coach that he doesn't even know personally, then how effective can he be as a coach? So I want to teach you so that, number one, you feel confident, and so that you're not just selling something. Because when he just asked me how much it was and he was going to post it on his wall or tell somebody he knew, but he didn't know any information about it or how to find it, then I realized that he probably would not, at this point in his coaching career, be an asset to somebody else if he didn't know that information. So I want to teach you how to be confident and how to help other people. So anyways, this next week is going to be about the basics, about learning the ins and outs of the back office. And then the next week, we're going to be really talking about how to get some reach on social media, because this is really big, and this is how you're going to build your market. And then, after that, we're going to do some role playing in week 4 so that we can kind of test out our abilities. Because a lot of people have asked me, like, can we do it on the phone? Like, phone's kind of awkward. I'd rather see your face to make you really uncomfortable. So anyways, thank you all. Oh, I went 10 minutes over. Sorry. I did say 30 to 45 minutes. So I didn't lie. Okay, so mark your calendars too. I want everybody to be like independent, because like I said before to everyone, this is your business. This is how you run it. So I will send reminders with a little thing, but like in the end, this is your business. So write it down, set a thing in your phone so that that the call is in 2 weeks from now. Hold on and make sure that I'm going to be here. Just 1 second. Before I tell everyone to do it, better make sure I'm here, huh? Yes. Is it the second? But then, yeah. So make sure you set an alarm. It's like 2 Sundays from now, 8:30 to 9 or 9:15-ish Central Standard Time. And one thing that I to all my other coaches here, or not my coaches, I do give this to my personally sponsored coaches. I'm willing to do the same thing for you. If you're new coaches and you have people who are interested and you just really don't know what to say and you're terrified, I would rather you not say something. Like a lot of people are like, well, I don't know what to say, so I just whatever. I would ask me what to say, or I offer to all my coaches like a 3-way conference call, especially to the new coaches, so I can get you on board, answer the questions, and then you can learn from me on how I talk to people. And really, talking on the phone really is a great way to seal the deal. And a reminder to all my coaches that have just started in November, December, January, and this month, if you're 2 coaches that sign up, I will give them a $25 sign-on bonus if they to help you get to Emerald this month. So anyways, just want to remind you of that. Oh yeah, and congratulations to Veronica for signing her best friend that she's had since she was like 7 or 8. So anyways, that's it. I'm going to upload this to YouTube tomorrow, so I will message everybody with it so you can go back and go over it and listen to me ramble. Okay. Good night. Oh, hold on. I want to take a picture. Can everybody smile real big? I know it's like late. I even took a shower earlier and I was like, crap, I have no makeup on, and I put makeup on just for you. All right, ready? Oops, I got to turn the flash off. All right, everybody smiling? Hold on. Good, y'all did great. You followed directions well. Bye.